Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Yo, 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 this is a big one. This is a good one. This may be my favorite episode ever. Oh my goodness, y'all. Your thoughts are everything. This mind of ours is crazy and amazing, and I am obsessed with this mind work and thought work and, our brain and studying this, and I love it. Like, I'm by far so amazed by our brain and our minds. That's my jam. I just love it. I think I might have to study neuroscience. I think I might have to do it because I'm obsessed. I think it's fantastic and fascinating and awesome and cool. So I'm going to geek out a bit in this episode with y'all about what I know about the mind and what I think. Some of it is actual shit. Some of it are just my ideas. And I hope that it helps because one of the questions I get the most is like, how do I change my thoughts? How do I stop thinking negatively? And so in this episode, I really want to break down the mind and us getting control or managing, not control, but just really managing our minds better and learning how to deal with the thoughts that we have better and ultimately change them into thoughts that we want to have and feelings that we want to experience. And so creating life on our terms and the way we want to have it and the way we want to feel. So this is all about feeling better. This is all about being aware and taking control and managing your mind and, managing your emotions. So this episode's going to be a good one, and I've been dying to do it. And I can't believe it wasn't my first one, to be honest, because it's all I talk about. So I'll a little bit explain how I work and what I do with my clients. And, I don't know what other coaches do. I don't study other coaches. I haven't went to a particular school and studied a method. My school is 19 years of therapy. My school is my crazy ass fucking background and old stories of my history and what I've been through as a human on this planet. And I'm so grateful. I feel like I'm 95 years old in regards to what I've been through and experience, but like a 25-year-old in regards to like youthfulness and my energy levels, if that makes any sense to you. And if you haven't heard the story, if you go to thequeenofconfidence.com, under About Me, you can see my story. I'm getting a video made, but there's some images up there that can showcase. On Instagram, I've got it under my story and my highlights. I'd love for you to check it out because a lot of people think, oh, Erica, the Queen of Confidence, she's all about confidence and she's so confident. And it's like, that shit's a choice. And there was a point in time when I wasn't. And I've had a lot of shit happen for me, not to me, for me. And I think it's made me who I am today. So I think it's important that y'all know that if you're following this. So here's what I do with my clients. I work a lot around the mind and how we think about ourselves, because what you think is the key to the fucking world. Literally, it is the jam. It is the thing. If you think shitty thoughts and if you think negative shit and old past stuff, if your mind is all negative focused and thinking a lot of old stuff, then you're going to feel a certain way, because thoughts will create your feelings. And thoughts are huge because thoughts actually create things. A thought creates a physical thing out in the world. Think about the business you wanted was at once a thought. The man that you attracted, your children, your lifestyle, the shoes you're fucking wearing right now, if you're wearing shoes, once was a thought, I need to buy shoes. Now you have them on your fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? So thoughts are things. And Abraham Hicks always says a belief is just a thought you think a lot. So our thoughts then become beliefs, and then we become hardwired thinking that, the thought that we think is a true fact, and it runs the way how we live our life. So here's how it works. I believe that our minds, which the mind technically is your brain at work. So your mind is where all of the thinking and the thoughts and everything start to happen. So your brain is working, and that's the mind, right? So when I talk to my clients, what my whole goal is for us to study our mind. So if you coached with me, and let's pretend your name is Erica, I'd be like, Erica, the way we're going to work is we're going to study your mind. So I want you, Erica, to know your mind better than anybody else in the whole wide world. I want you to know your thoughts. I want you to know your feelings. I want you to know what makes you tick. I want you to know when you're around these people, what happens. And I want you to know those patterns. And I want you to know what makes you angry, what makes you happy, why you choose to feel this way, why you choose to feel that way. At 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, why are you thinking that thought and causing that feeling? And let me tell y'all, we think we know our mind. We don't know our mind. A lot of us don't even want to fucking go in there and figure out what's going on. There's so much shit that we've pushed aside. So shit happens to us in our past and we file it in the future. We have a fucked up filing system, as my first coach said to me, Tanja. She's like, we have a shitty filing system. Something happened to you in your past. So what do? You look and put it into the future and look for it to happen again. So my husband died in my past, so my new husband's going to die again. And I look for evidence to make that happen. Oh, he hasn't called me. He's in an accident. Oh, he's isn't home late. Something's happened to him. So it's crazy because our past doesn't stay in our past. We're constantly putting our past into our future and looking forward to living that same past again, which is insanity. It sounds crazy when we say it, but this shit is for real, y'all. So when I have a client sitting in front of me or on the phone or on Skype, I'm like, right, so we are going to study your mind. There's going to be some shit that you're not going to like that's in your mind, meaning thoughts. There's going to be some shitty-ass statements that you've been telling yourself for fucking years, thoughts that are not yours. They're thoughts that you collected, thoughts that you borrowed, thoughts that maybe you created yourself, but they're not new thoughts. They're old fucking thoughts. And you're not going to like them, but guess what? We have to shine the light on our minds. We have to shine the light in the dark places, in the fucking cobweb, scary skeletons in the closet. If we do not shine light in there, we're not going to find the fucking platinum that's buried in there. There's fucking treasure, but you've put all the shit on top of it, and you just went, I'll deal with that later, push it down. So I have this analogy that I say, we push it all under the rug. You know, if you've ever cleaned up and you don't want to fucking vacuum and you're like, I'm just going to sweep it under the rug, y'all. And then the fucking rug is like, Mount Kilimanjaro. And there's all this shit that you have just went, not right now, sweep it under the rug. We'll deal with that shit later. Right? So what happens? The fucking rug will implode. You're tripping over all your old shit. So what we're doing in the sessions when I'm coaching people is we're pulling up the fucking rug. And let me tell y'all, there's a lot of messy shit under there. A lot of shit that we don't want to see. A lot of shit that's too hard to look at. A lot of emotions come up. People have a lot of salty liquid come out of their eyeballs, right? I mean, it's full on. And I love it because the fact that we go in there to investigate and figure out all this stuff, it's like you're doing a stock take. It's like you're taking inventory of your mind. And if you want to know how this works a little bit more, I've been telling all my clients to watch this movie. It's called Inside Out, and it's a Pixar movie. It's such a cute movie. It's a kid's movie, y'all. And I'm doing air quotes because I don't think it's a kid's movie. I think we all need to watch it. And they're so smart, and it's basically a panel. So there is I have this belief that we got given a mind. You were born wherever you were born, to the family you were born into, in the year you were born, as a woman or as a man or as however you were born, right? So if I was born in Boston to a Puerto Rican mother, single mother with bipolar, I was born into this family, into this home with no dad and a mother who was sick in the ghetto, right? And when I was born as a girl in 1983, there were certain things I'm supposed to like pink. I'm supposed to fucking like Barbies. My mom is Puerto Rican, so I'm Puerto Rican. I'm supposed to be strong because I'm living in, Boston or in America. Where I grew up is Framingham, Massachusetts. I'm living there, so I'm supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be that. I'm supposed to be a girl. I'm supposed to, like Barbies, whatever the fuck, right? So there's this pre-mind that I literally got born into that my mom gave me. It was like my mom went, hi, Erica, welcome to the world. I'm your mother. You're a woman. You like pink. You can't get dirty. You have to always look nice. Your nails need to look pretty. You need to wear makeup. You need to be pretty. You got to care about what people think about you. And because you're Puerto Rican, you need to like this and da 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 da. Here's your fucking, here's your book of being you. Welcome to the world. And Dr. Shefeli, I don't know if you know who she is, but she's the jam. She's written The Conscious Parent, and she says that we give our kids like a prescription, and we go, here's your prescription, welcome to the world, you have to fit all this. So when we're born, we literally get given a set of beliefs, a set of, values, a set of way of being, if you will, from our family or our grandparents or whoever the fuck raised you, right? So I realized after a long time, after doing a lot of work on myself, that I used to always have this thing about my image and how I looked and my nails being painted and my makeup being done and me looking immaculate. And obviously I became a stylist, and that's probably where all that shit came from after. And I realized that that's my mom's value. My mom values what people think about her. My mom is obsessed with her nails being painted. She can't have a chipped nail, her hair. And she's like, no, I have to always look good to go anywhere. That's her own value. That's not my shit. So now my mother comes from Boston to visit me, and she's like, Erika, put some lipstick on, you put a little lipstick. Erika, you gotta wear those shoes. You can't wear those shoes. And I'm like, listen, I'm gonna wear these shoes. I don't give a damn. Like, this is me. I don't believe what you believe, Mom. Like, that's your shit. So I gave it back to her, which we'll talk about later, but you can give your shit back to whoever you took it from, So we walk into this world, and it's like if I buy you a house and I'm like, hey, I bought you a house. I picked the neighborhood, I picked the furniture, I picked the fucking wallpaper. Here's your home. There you go. Bam, it's all done. And you walk in and you're like, oh my God, I hate this fucking furniture. I hate the wallpaper. I hate wallpaper. I don't like pink. I don't like this place. I don't like the neighborhood. And that's like your mind, right? And this is my own thing, okay? There's not in a book or anything like that. I'm not a fucking scientist or brain science person. But I believe that we walk into this home, our mind, that got given to us by whoever we were raised with. And sometimes you don't like your fucking neighborhood and you need to redecorate that shit. Sometimes you need to pick up the whole fucking house and move it to another country like I did. You know what I'm saying? So there are things in your mind that do not serve you anymore. But if you won't go into that motherfucker, you're not going to know what serves you or not. You're going to be in your subconscious, living half asleep. Literally, we know 96% of the time we are living from the subconscious mind, meaning shit is on autopilot. You are running programs. You know how to fucking brush your teeth with the same hand, the same thing in the morning. You could pee and brush your teeth. Who does that? Put your hands up. I do. I'm like 2 birds, 1 stone. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get your coffee the same way you get it. You get in your car. I'm driving right now as I'm doing a podcast. Right? I don't know how I'm going to the shopping center and buy some glasses right now. I literally just got off the freeway. Bam, my body's been moving. I know how to turn, and my foot is on the brake. I'm not thinking my foot is on the brake. I'm turning right. I'm just doing it because I know how to do this. It's a program. My brain is so efficient. Your brain is so efficient. It runs programs. So guess what happens? When you are not paying attention, you go into fucking autopilot. What does autopilot look like? Is it a negative-based belief system? Are you constantly, I'm not good enough, I'm shit, I'm fearful, I care what people think, I this, I that, I'm too fat, I'm too this, no one's going to love me, I'm still single and I'm 40, blah, 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 blah. What is the fucking chatter that goes on in your mind? What's the wallpaper in your home saying to you? Do you get me? So if we don't go in there and investigate the shit that doesn't serve us, and I go, listen, honey, do you want to redecorate this fucking house? And you go, yup, this needs a whole renovation. This needs $100,000 reno. We go, okay, let's find the fucking bulldozer. Let's tear this shit up. Let's keep the shit we love. Maybe your grandma gave you a beautiful lamp. You want to keep that? Keep that shit. But this shit over here that your mom instilled into your home, which is the fact that you're too fat, you're not good enough, you're shit, men are shit, blah, blah, blah. We can lose that. We can put that shit in a yard sale. But the other stuff, you want to keep. So you redecorate your mind. And guess what? You got to do this shit daily. You got to do this shit sometimes more than once a day. Because what happens when you're not paying attention, when you're not aware, when you're not being conscious, and conscious is aware, being present, paying attention, the fucking old bullshit comes on. So it's like a bad song. I use a lot of analogies. Holy shit, I just realized. So it's like a bad song playing. Every morning you wake up and here's the fucking stupid song you hate blasted. So you need to purposefully wake up in the morning and go, hello, upstairs into the mind you go. And you go, can you please blast some Beyonce? Because I would love to hear that. That empowers me. That makes me feel good. Okay, Beyonce's playing. Then all of a sudden, 2 hours later, you start feeling like shit. And you're like, oh, I don't like how I feel right now. What happened? Who turned on the bullshit song? I played around and I was like the Wiggles. I don't know if y'all know who the Wiggles are. But do the propeller. It's a kid's song. And it used to do my head in because my son loved it. And I'd be like, oh my God, somebody shut this off. It's like playing Do the Fucking Propeller in my head every day. So it's my negative talk. It's my negative bullshit. It's the meh, 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 meh. And I'm like, nope. I want to listen to some Beyonce. So every morning I get up and this looks like a ritual. This looks like writing. This looks like meditation. This looks like going and exercising. This looks like doing a Tony Robbins priming. You prime your mind, because your mind is some shit that you walked into and it's already been kind of given to you. And now as a grown-up, you get to decide, what do I want to give back? What do I want to keep? What do I want to fill my mind with? Let's open the fucking rug. Let's clean this shit up. Pull the vacuum out. Get rid of the stuff, like your wardrobe cleaning. You clean your wardrobe and you go, this shirt is old and has holes in it and it doesn't serve me. This shirt is beautiful. I'm going to keep this. This thought is shit. It makes me feel like crap. I'm going to lose it. This thought is empowering. Why don't I think that one more? Do you get me, guys? That's how it works. So you really need to take stock of your mind and figure out, what the fuck is it that you're thinking? Because your thoughts are going to create your feelings. Your feelings are going to create your fucking actions. And your actions are going to create your results. And that's it. And that's all from a thought. From a fucking thought, all this is happening. So you got to clean up your mind, right? So managing your mind. And we're going to have another episode on it, because I want to give you some how-tos on how to do it. But seriously, this is... Sorry, I have to fix my microphone. Here we go. And I'm not going to edit this because we keep it real. Thank you for letting me keep it real, by the way. Yeah, so you hear me? Like, this is what I think. So you walk in and here's your mind, here's your decorated home, and every day you're like, oh my God, I need to fucking redecorate this shit, until you get really good. So you get awareness, and then you get really good at going, I don't want that. I'm done with that. This is what I love. I love this. I don't love that. Okay, cool. And then you shift it around. Now, I believe that most of the time we are thinking in the past. So all of our thoughts, let's say 75% of your mind is bullshit old thoughts. You as a kid have thought, I'm not good enough. I'm a piece of shit. I'm too fat. I'm not this. Or maybe for 10 years you've thought that. Maybe your mom thought that. And now that's your mom's that got handed into you in the family at the kitchen dinner table. She would say it. So then you took it and now that's your thought. And maybe you're going to hand that shit down to your kid, boy or girl, right? So this thought has been lingering for years and years, but because you never opened it up and had a look at it, you didn't even know that that's not your original thought, that that's your mom's thought, or you picked it up at school and you don't want that anymore, and that doesn't serve you. So 75%, this is my stat, I believe, of our mind is all old fucking past shit. Someone cheated on me, it's going to happen again. I've never been this, it's going to happen again. All the old. And then the other 25% is fucking anxiety. And really, if we're real, it's probably 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like anxiety. Oh my God, what if this happens? What if I am single forever? What if I never got the job? What if I never do this? What if my kid, something happens to my son? What if my husband dies? What if this? Oh my God, future thinking. Like predicting futures that have not come true yet, based off of a past you've experienced, or a past that you watched on television, or a past that your girlfriend experienced. So we're constantly worried about our past and angry about our past and allowing our past to control us. Or we're fucking in the future in anxiety. And really, it's still the past, because you're in anxiety in the future about your past. It ain't really the future. You hear me? This shit is crazy. So we need to get control. We need to redecorate our minds. We need to if you want to feel good. If you're listening to this podcast, it's probably because you want to feel good. So if you want to feel better, you really need to find out, manage your mind. What the fuck is in your mind? Stock take. So the first exercise that I'm going to give you guys, it's called, and this is all, if you want to research this, I got to give a shout out to two things. Cognitive behavioral therapy. They do, if you Google cognitive behavioral therapy, if you ever want to go to therapy or learn some stuff about therapy in itself, I'm not a fan of therapy, but this therapy, what? It's the bomb. It's all about your thoughts. It's all about your, actions, your beliefs, your feelings, your results. It's fucking amazing. And it is the jam. So cognitive behavioral therapy, there's a lot of stuff you can download, look up and read up on it. And it is all about managing your thoughts and knowing that your thoughts will create feelings, aka emotions, right? So a thought creates a feeling, an emotion, and then it creates an action. So you take action, your behavior, inaction, action, whatever, reaction, fucking whatever the action is, and then it creates your result. And if you're not happy with the result, you need to shift the thoughts. You have to shift the thoughts. So the first exercise is going to be you having a record. So it's basically a thought record. So it's like a stock take or inventory. What's in my mind? Imagine if you knew all the thoughts that were in your mind, or at least the top 10 or 20 that fuck with you. And so you don't write down only the bad, right? So here's what it looks like. I tell my clients this. In the morning when you wake up, I want you to ask yourself a question. How do I feel right now? How do you feel right now in this moment while you're listening to this podcast? How do you feel right now? So you write down, I feel excited. I feel sad. I feel angry. I feel tired. Whatever. And then you ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? What am I thinking? What is my thought right now? What's the sentence in my head? And you write down a thought. And if you can do this, I mean, all the thoughts. So what it looks like is you're writing on a piece of paper and you're like, I feel tired. I'm thinking, fuck, I didn't sleep good. I never get to sleep right. I need to go to bed on time. I don't go to bed early enough. Fuck, motherhood is exhausting. I'm always fucking tired. Is this ever going to end? I fucking hate this. I feel exhausted. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just want to give up. I never want to work again. Whatever. And you start writing all your thoughts down. And you look at it. And here's what I want you to do. This is the most important part. So listen carefully. I want you to look at it with curiosity. Remember, you are studying your mind. You're not going to fucking be getting into pity parties about how bad you are and how shit you are. Don't let yourself do that bullshit. That's victim mentality. We don't want that. Go back to the episode on Victim Land Sucks and remember that it sucks. What we want is awareness. I want you to be aware. I want you to pay attention and study your mind with curiosity like a child. Oh, that's interesting. That thought is there. Okay, write them down. Write them down. Disassociate from them, okay? You're not your mind and you're not your fucking thoughts. You are not that. You're so much greater. It's just some shit that's in your mind. And there's reasons as to why it's in your mind. Don't worry. There's reasons. So all you got to do is get it out on paper and have a look at your mind on paper and go, wow, that's busy. There's a lot going on there. No wonder I feel tired. Look at all the thoughts that my mind's thinking. And by the way, you think 65 to 75,000 thoughts per day. That's a lot of fucking thoughts. And most of them, like 85% of them, are old fucking recycled thoughts from the day before. What? That sucks ass. We want some new shit. So here's step one. First, before you change anything, you got to jump on the scale and know the weight, right? If you tell me you want to lose 5 pounds or 5 kilos, you need to know how much you weigh in order to know, have you lost 5? So this is your weigh-in. This is your mind weigh-in. Here I go with another fucking analogy. Oh my God, I should be like the queen of analogy, not the queen of confidence. But you hear me? Like, I want you to get this. So you check in and go, what are my thoughts in the morning? And then in the nighttime, again, how do I feel? Do it when you feel good. Do it when you feel shit. Do it in the morning. Do it at night. Do it on the weekend when you hang out with your family, with your kids, with your girlfriends. I want you to know for a whole week, 7 days, a thought record, a thought stock take, right? Record your fucking thoughts. If you're serious about this shit, you'll do it. If not, then it'll be another fucking podcast you listen to and nothing changes. Fuck that. I don't want my podcast for you to be a podcast you listen to and you do the same stupid shit, because that's actually insanity, okay? No offense. I love you. I love you deeply. You. Please write it down. Get a little fucking journal. Go to Typo, wherever you got to go. Get a journal for yourself. Thought record. And write down the thoughts. Write down how you feel and the thoughts. Now, after 7 days, you should be able to see a pattern. Hey, these 5 thoughts keep popping up. You're not good enough. You're too fat. Whatever they are. Those are your top 5. Do y'all remember MySpace days? Those are your top fucking 5. Those thoughts are the motherfuckers, right? And then you have some good ones. You may have more negative than good. Don't worry. We all do. And so you want to get to know what they are. Because you will start to figure out what they are, when they come on, who triggers it for you, what environment you're in, what happens, and then you can go deeper into it. You feel me? So literally, y'all, listen to me. Do this shit. Do your stock take of your thoughts. Figure out what's in your mind. Get to know your mind better than anyone else in the world. Because once you know what makes you tick, and once you know the patterns that you get into, once you know the thoughts that have been fucking running your life in the background, in the subconscious, the wallpaper of your fucking decorated house that you got given, you will be able to change your fucking life. You can get anything you want. Do whatever you want. Nothing will stop you. But you need to check in first. So, that's your homework. Love you long time. This is a longer episode, but it's important. I can't believe this wasn't my first one. And there's more. We're going to talk way deeper about the mind and all of that shit. So get ready, y'all. Thank you for listening. I love you. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. If you would love to send me a voicemail, you can do so on Anchor, or you can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence, or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence, and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, y'all. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.